time, bitch!
Hello world, welcome to another episode of Gazz's Pickups. On this episode, I've got quite a bit of stuff to show you. It was my birthday last week, so I got bits and pieces for my birthday. Now obviously, I did state that I was going to give away a Nintendo 64 on my birthday, but I never got the 100 subscribers, so I'm going to keep it going. Basically, I'm just going to try and keep it going until I get the extra 100 subscribers. I only managed to get 33. I lost 2 subscribers at some point. They fell into purgatory. But yeah, I'm going to keep it going. Please keep watching that episode of Virtually Emma. It's the Mario Party one, episode 24. And you need to comment on that video to be within a chance of winning that Nintendo 64. I still plan to give it away, so please don't give up hope on that. I had, these eyes of getting 100 people to subscribe within a month. That was probably quite a lot, especially for such a small channel like mine. But please, yeah, keep sharing, liking, commenting on that video, and hopefully I'll get the subscribers that I want, and I can give the console away when I get to the 200 subscriber mark. Anyway, thank you. On with the Gazz's Pickup Show. First of all, I'm going to show you the stuff I got for my birthday, which the first 2 things are off my little sister Bethan. She gave me, first of all, this. It's a Super Mario Galaxy. Picture. Now, me and my girlfriend have decided we're going to put this up in our living room because the artwork on that's fucking gorgeous. That's absolutely gorgeous. That's off my little sister Bethan. But not only did she get me that, she also got this as well. Super Mario 3D World, which is a fucking great game. It's a fucking great game. It's one of my favourite games on the Wii U. So, going to put both of them up in our living room. That's going to be cool. Also for my birthday, my little sister, and I don't know if this was technically for my birthday, she picked this up. She told me she got a game for me, so she was giving it to me. I don't know if it was for my birthday, she gave it to me on my birthday. She gave me, full of bloody cat hair, a Game Boy game. It's called Babs' Big Break. It's a Tiny Toons game. It's a game I don't have, so it's a game that happily goes into my collection. I quite like the Tiny Toons games, especially because they're made by Konami. Konami make decent games. Now my father gave me a big, bag full of all kinds of random stuff. Some of it's stuff I'm going to keep hold of, some of it's stuff I'm going to trade along. There's a whole bunch of little mini figures in there. But in there also was a game I don't actually own. I'm surprised I don't own this game. It's a good game. But it's Dr. Mario for the Game Boy. Now I'm going to give that a really good fucking go, because I've got Dr. Mario on the NES, but don't actually have it on the Game Boy. How did I manage to do that? Now the last game I got for my birthday off my family is this. This is off my brother Reese. It's a Japanese Nintendo 64 Yoshi's story game. And they said Yoshi's Island. Now, I love the fact that the Japanese ones come with the plastic inside, because it's just so much better. But that's the cartridge, and then they create a little instruction manual, which is literally just this. It tells you about the Yoshis at the bottom, and then tells you how to play the game. It's actually kind of like the instruction manuals you get nowadays in the games. That's off my brother Reese, and I don't actually currently have a Japanese Nintendo 64, but I do aim to get hold of one. So when I do, that's the first game in the collection of Japanese Nintendo 64 games. The last two things I got for my birthday, game wise, are just off my girlfriend. First of all, there's a copy of Bart Simpson Escape from Camp Deadly on the Game Boy, which is, it's a hard game if I remember right. It's a very hard game. And then last but not least, from birthday comes a game my girlfriend picked up for me when she was in an old home of Newark, the other side of the country, before she moved here. She picked this up last weekend, and it's Advance Wars for the Game Boy Advance. It's a game I've wanted to own for quite a while, and it does come with manual and cartridge. And the cartridge is in pretty good condition as well. Oh, well, I need to take the game out of there, don't I? New. Next up, whilst my girlfriend was there, she went to a cash converters, which is managed by one of our friends. His name's Simon. He's a great guy, and he's a good friend as well. He hooked us up with a deal. I'm not going to say how much it cost because it's, well, no. But he hooked us up with a deal for a bunch of games, which the first game is a game for me now ever-growing Nintendo 64 collection. And it's a game I don't have, called Tetrasphere. Now, I don't know anything about this game. It's Tetris. I'm assuming it's Tetris. So, it's a Nintendo 64 game for the collection. Now, I don't actually currently own the console to play this game on, but obviously I'm in the hunt for any consoles I don't own, and the Game Gear is a console I do want to own. But I picked up Star Wars for the Sega Game Gear. Now this is only my second Game Gear game, because I've got another one over there. It's basically Columns, I think I've got. But yeah, that was in the bundle too. I don't know if it's a good game. I don't know if it's the same version of the game that's on the NES or what. I really fucking don't. Or even the same one that's on the Game Boy. It could be completely different. It says it's made by, is that US Gold? No. And there's another Game Boy game, yeah. It's a game that I actually don't know if it plays well on the Game Boy or not, but I picked it up because Game Boy games are always wanted. And it's Micro Machines for the Game Boy. It's gonna go in my Game Boy collection. Now, I got a few GameCube games as well. Which the first one's not spectacular, but it's a game I didn't own. It's Monsters Inc. I don't know if it's a good game. It's made by THQ. It could be gash, but it is present with its manual. I've checked all these discs; they're all in good condition too. Oh, fuck you. Next up is, this doesn't have its manual, but the price I got these games for, I'm not too annoyed that they don't have the manuals. The game is Tak and the Power of Juju. I've heard that they're worthwhile playing games, the Tak games. Like I picked a Game Boy Advance version up about 2 or 3 months ago, which I covered in like episode 4 or 5 and pick up. So, you know, it's a GameCube game that I didn't own, so it can go with me GameCube games, which my shelf might need to be rearranged. I've run out of space. No, fuck you GameCube games. Now, also from the same cash converters. Now, this unfortunately again doesn't have its instruction manual, but it's Lost Kingdoms for the GameCube. Yeah, it doesn't have its manual, but the discs then, it's actually in decent condition. So the price I got this game for, I'm never going to complain. It's a good game for the collection. Good game for me collection. Now the last thing we picked up in the cash converters is a Wii U game. One that I didn't know. One that I didn't even know existed. Now, I'm going to have to read this. It's called The Book of Unwritten Tales 2. This wasn't very expensive at all. It's just another Wii U game to go in your collection. And this is it here. I don't know anything about this game. Nothing at all. It is complete with its manual. A fantasy adventure story with more than 20 hours of pointing and clicking. Oh, it's a point and click adventure. Fair enough. But I don't know anything about it, so it can go in my Wii U collection. There we go, it's in my Wii U collection already. Now then, the last few things that I've picked up are within the last week or so. I say a few things, there's like 6 things left. Now obviously you may have seen a couple of weeks ago I picked up a TurboGrafx 16. So I've been busy trying to buy myself a couple of games for it. First thing I picked up, I got this for like £15, is Bomberman for the TurboGrafx 16. I don't know what this Bomberman's like. Obviously this was released in 1991, which is before Super Bomberman on the SNES. It could be like the Bomberman game that's on the NES, where it doesn't look quite as pretty. Or it could be the first incarnation of what Super Bomberman became. So, don't know. Next up, I paid... The lad on eBay wanted like £19 for this. I gave him a £12 offer, and he took it. So, I was quite happy with that. And it's R-Type for the TurboGrafx 16. Obviously, it's in its case with its manual, and the U guard is in good condition. So, got that. Excellent. R-Type games are always games that I've enjoyed. They're fucking hard as hell, but always games I've enjoyed. Now, I didn't actually pick this game up, I only picked the box up for it. What happened was, about 5-6 years ago, in my friend Lucy's video game store, Level Up, she had she used to have a box full of discs or manuals only, or discs with manuals, basically boxless games or manuals that were on their own. I used to dig through that all the time because it was a really good way to complete any games that are in your collection, and the prices on them were always pretty fucking good. Now, for at the time, this game wasn't really worth anything. To be fair, it's not worth loads now, but still, it's not a cheap game anymore. I picked up the disc and manual only for Doshin the Giant. Now, obviously, I wanted to get a box for this for ages. Now, you can search on eBay all you want. The boxes for this game just do not pop up. And a handful of times over the last 6 years that they have, people have always wanted upwards of £10 for the box. So I've just held out because I know that I could always be able to find one at some point, cheap. because there'll be somebody selling one. Well, I found it on eBay for, well, it was an auction. First bid was 99 pence, but I think it was £1.99 postage and packing. Nobody else bid on it, so I won it at 99p. I actually did have my highest bid set at, like, I think it was £8, because I really wanted this game, and I wanted to get hold of a boxless copy of it so that I could, you know, join them together, finally complete my collection. But I only paid 99 pence plus £1.99 postage packing for it, so it's now complete in box. But the box actually came with a manual, so I've got 2 manuals. So if anyone out there has Doshin the Giant without its manual, I know the manuals aren't cheap anymore, so, you know, always do a little bit of a trade or a deal or something. But I'm made up to have actually finally completed that game. It took me 6 years to do it. 6 fucking years. Anyway, last but not least is the last 3 things that I picked up last week. And last but not least is the last 3 things that I picked up yesterday when I was out and about shopping. Now, the first thing is, for the Sega Master System, there's a copy, an unboxed copy of Moonwalker. Now, I only paid £3 for this game. I'm pretty sure it's easily worth £3. But remember, right, it's actually a pretty decent game, and the graphics are pretty good. You know, Master System always did a good job of its graphics. And then I paid £5 a piece for these in CEX. First off, it's Animaniacs for the Super Nintendo. Again, I have it. I'd be saying, if it's a £5 or less for the SNES, pick it up, as long as it's not a sports title. And then the last game I picked up is Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage. I don't know anything about this game, but my friend Steve, I think it was, actually posted before on my Facebook that it's a good game, so I'm happy to give it a go. I'm happy to put it in my collection. Anyway guys, that's everything I picked up for my birthday, everything I picked up myself, and a good little deal I got off my friend Simon from the Newark branch of Cash Converters. Thanks a lot, Simon. Thanks to my family for my birthday presents. Thanks to my girlfriend for my birthday present. And that's that. Please, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe and share. And tune in next week, because I do have stuff in the post. There should be a half decent pickups video next week. And there should be an unboxing video as well too. Catch you then. Bye.